Okay, now that we know the steps in the formation of sedimentary rocks, let's take a look into how they're classified based on their sediment size. Clastic sedimentary rocks are made from lithified sediments like boulders, cobbles, pebbles, sand, silt, and clay. If the rock is composed of boulders, cobbles, pebbles, and those boulders, cobbles, pebbles are rounded, it's called a conglomerate. We could go even further, and depending on what the sediments are made of, we could say a sandstone conglomerate or a quartz conglomerate. If the particles are angular, we call the rock a breccia. As you can see, sand particles would lithify to make sandstone. And of course, there are various types of sandstone depending on the mineral content. Silt fragments lithify into a rock we call siltstone. Clay-sized fragments or sediments, depending on the degree of compactedness, from most compact to least, would form shale, claystone, and mudstone. The rock on the left is a breccia because the particles are angular. You can see how sharp they are. The rock on the right is a conglomerate because the particles are rounded. So we can tell something about how far away from the source region these particles traveled. The angular particles didn't travel far at all because they still have their sharp look. Sandstone, made of sand-sized particles. The top picture is the depositional environment, and the bottom picture is lithified sandstone. This is Mesa Verde in Colorado, where Native Americans built their homes into the sandstone cliffs. Recall that sand is a sediment size, not a particular mineral type. As long as a mineral is weathered into sand-sized particles, we would call it sand. These pictures are different varieties of sandstone. The pink in the upper left is arkose. The weathered feldspar is what gives it its pinkish color. Quartz sandstone is the lighter color in the upper right, and greywacke is the dark colored jumble in the lower part of the screen. It's very dirty due to how it formed, which will be discussed in the plate tectonics chapter. Most of the Coast Range along the west coast is composed of greywacke. This slide shows the depositional environment of silts and clays. Because clay has a platy shape, shale, especially because it's more compacted than mudstone or claystone, will exhibit a characteristic known as facility. That is F-I-S-S-I-L-I-T-Y, causing it to weather in typically platy shapes.